What's going on, everyone? So we got some news dropping today. We got the PS5 sales, which we know the PlayStation ponies want to cope over, but congratulations to Sony for those sales. And then we got Avowed Metacritic dropping and Avowed Early Access happening, I think, in about an hour or so. So let me know what you guys think about that. I'm gonna wait for the game to launch to play it. I'm not gonna get the premium aspect. I think that should have been for people who pre-ordered the game in general. Um, but yeah, let me know what y'all think. I'm a huge Oblivion lover, Elder Scrolls lover. You know what I mean? Fallout New Vegas. I know Obsidian has done that. I loved Outer Worlds, not as much as New Vegas, but I still like the work that they do. Obviously, we know that there was some drama that went on last year in that company, but with one individual. But I'm not going to let that trash all the other people's work. I have to experience it for myself and see how I feel. I like what I see, just in general, because I know they're giving me that Elder Scrolls type of world in general. Everybody wants some type of filler for it. I'm just going to experience the game because it's on Game Pass too, right? Even if you have Game Pass, you can just straight up hit the play button on it. So there's no excuse as a PC gamer or a Xbox gamer to not do this. Definitely if you're a lover of those genres, and I know a lot of people definitely in the PC community that are huge on Elder Scrolls. So I could see this still selling well just because people love those type of games. So get your own experience, but at the same time, it's good to read others' experience to kind of get a reading on it, and that's what we're gonna do here. So 80 is okay. I was hoping for at least an 83 to 84, but the fact that it's in the green light, you know what I mean, is good with me. So that means that I can enjoy it. So that means that it's in the B, uh, you know, negative tier, which is still good. You know what I mean? So it's going to be enjoyable. Obviously, there are some mixed ones that I expected at launch, just because, and we know how Obsidian, Bethesda type games do. They can be a little buggy and messy sometimes. So I'll probably expect some crashes and all of that. So maybe like when the game is fully optimized, it will come out better than that 80 plus that we see right now. But that's still good. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Let's go through this. Okay, so going down because Microsoft's launching games, right, from their department, like Sony just has hardware to talk about. That's what Avowed is. Strong storytelling, great combat, lovely visuals. I expect that. I expect the combat and visuals to be good. And utterly charming. I expect that. It's not going to light everyone's hair on fire, but that's fine. Because I know for a certain subset of people, refined people of taste, if you ask me, Avowed will enjoy cult classic status. It doesn't necessarily push the envelope, but nor does it need to. It's exactly what it needs to be. Yeah, it doesn't need to do all that. It just needs to give me that good experience that we all like from Obsidian and Bethesda when it comes to like the Fallout, Elder Scrolls type of experience. Obviously, I'm not going to see it as a 10, but I'm just reading the reviews. Avowed makes another trump for the folks at Obsidian. Through its gorgeous world, memorable characters, frenzied combat, and intuitive yet deep customization system, that's good. That's what I like to hear. That's one thing that kind of drew me into is the deep customization system. It highlights player agency everywhere in its gameplay and narrative, ensuring that each playthrough offers something new. So that's actually cool because that's a big thing with people when it comes to Elder Scrolls and Fallout type of games is that you want to approach the game differently. Maybe you want to play on a different playthrough now and turn up the difficulty and have a different play style because it rewards that. So that means you could be able to sink 100 hours into this game if you wanted to do that. You know what I mean? More importantly, it does so while never compromising the strength of its core story. So that's good knowing now that we'll have a deep customization system, being able to have replay value, and knowing that I can turn up the difficulty to make the next experience even more intense. Or some people will mess around with different playstyles on the same difficulty, then turn it up after they've mastered that, depending on how long it would take to do that. And I'm pretty sure they'll probably support it with DLC because Obsidian usually does that, them and Bethesda. So just reading that, that's a little bit positive. Now going over to Twitter, we're going to get back to some of this. Going down, we see Kami saying, Avowed is my favorite Obsidian game since Fallout New Vegas. That's a bold statement, if you ask me, but okay. Let's see what he has to say here. Excellent writing. Obsidian has always been good with that. We know that. That's the great thing about New Vegas. The writing was so good. Obviously, there's always bugs at launch, but that's something that can be patched out. It doesn't define the game because you can come back a month and a half or two later and that doesn't exist anymore. And you know what I mean? That's why I don't get too stuck on it because that's something you can deal with. Now, if your writing is bad, you have to what rewrite the whole game. You know what I mean? So I'm more worried about what would be bad that we know you'd have to redesign the game for. You know what I mean? Things that you can't really change. When it comes to bugs and all that, you can deal with that. Amazing organic exploration. So we got excellent writing and adventure. That's very important for me. Polished. Okay, good. Well-written companions. Uh-huh. So far we're getting something that's way better than Dragon Age Felguard, you know what I mean? Because that failed. I skipped that completely, and I was looking forward to this. Good enemy variety. Okay, good. Interesting lore. Good. Music, sound design, and voice acting all great. Large towns and settlements. That's what I want for these type of games. Great visuals and fairly smooth for an you expect that. Unreal Engine 5 now, everything looks good nowadays, so I could expect that. Love the magic. Important for me when it comes to these type of games. Yeah, I gotta have my magic. Okay, so stealth feels too underpowered. They can tweak around a stealth system. Not the deepest RPG systems. Okay. Minimum build crafting. I really kind of think that can sometimes get annoying in games, so that's a positive to me. Fairly static world, but tons of secrets to find. Okay. And main story is all right. Okay. Combat is good, but not amazing. Don't really feel too strongly about it one way or the other, but I enjoyed it. And that's why it's good to look for other perspectives. But I think overall it's going to be enjoyable. So that's good to know about the game. Check out my full review below, he says. You say excellent writing and you say main story is all right. Explain, please, difference between the dialogue lore and the actual events of the story. Okay, fair enough. Cool. The combat in Avowed is fire. So, well, this guy's a huge Xbox lover, I know that. But we're going to see, though. I think the combat looks like it could be fun. Also, if anyone scores Avowed less than an 8 out of 10, I'm officially declaring the Xbox tax real, you tasteless Fs. Oh, look at her coming out fiery, huh? And then Shinobi saying that. IGN, 7 out of 10. Oh, man, guys, it strikes again, right? The meme of IGN, the 7 out of 10. It doesn't surprise me. You know, she'll have a problem with that because she already was a bit aggressive about it. I love Avowed. He put 52 hours in. Okay, I can take what you have to say serious. And it's the nerdy RPG I hoped it would be. The Living Lands is a beautiful world that rewards you for exploration with mysteries to uncover and puzzles to solve. For fun combat that challenges you to use various weapons, spells, and utilizing your companions. This is not a game to rush to end. From the main story, side quests, and treasure hunts, take your time and enjoy the ride. 9.5 out of 10. Okay. Yeah, I don't sprint through things like a dog. I like to enjoy the entire world and then see how I feel about it. You know what I mean? That's why when I see 52 hours, something like that, say, see, okay, I want to hear what you have to say. You know what I mean? Not just, oh, I played it for 5 hours. I want to say something more positive. No. I mean, there's nothing wrong with early impressions, but I prefer a deep, experienced person to kind of reflect how they feel. He loved Avowed PC, excellent Elder Scrolls. Luke Stevens says he was dealing with some crashes and bugs on PC, and he was getting pissed off. So I'm curious about that because I'm going to be playing on PC myself. He's the only person I've seen say that though, so that's what I find interesting. So there has been people too that can play Bethesda and Obsidian games, and other people are experiencing crashes, and others don't get that much. It's like some weird like I don't know. I guess you could say weird dice effect, where it's like it's not crashing on me, but it's crashing on you. I really hope that's not a problem, but also they got early access. You know what I mean? So the patch that's probably out now that's coming for early access will fix a lot of that stuff, and then you have the official launch getting their patch. So we're gonna have to wait and see how that is. That's the thing. We're getting reviews based off of that. We're not getting reviews based off of the day one game. So it could be an 83, 84, 85 game. And they fixed all that stuff with day one early access patches and day one official patches. We don't know that, right? That's my thing about that type of stuff. So that's why I'm like, okay, I got to wait to see how the official launch is. Playing Avowed and being able to talk about it has been excruciating. They are telling people to hold off on that. It is incredible. This is Skyrim 2.0. Okay, it's a bold statement at first, which is fine. But Avowed is its own beautifully unique game. There's some jank, but there's a lot of heart and a truly fascinating world to explore. So we take a look at some stuff here on Twitter that we've seen already. So let's go down here a little bit more. Let's take a look at some lower reviews here. Let's go to the 90 bracket. Avowed is a strong RPG with its own identity, deep story, and impactful choices. The living lands invite exploration, but the combat system lacks a bit of finesse. So there's somebody else saying that the combat system, he's not saying it's bad, but he's saying it's not as deep as he wanted it to be. I'll see for myself, definitely knowing that if you only played one class, I would like to know the combat between multiple aspects because I like to explore a bit. But he says the story is deep to him. So we're getting a little bit mixed, but nobody's saying anything's bad here necessarily. And he gave it a 9. So Game Reactor UK. Its world and story are among the best of the recent RPG genre. and its 60 frames per second combat system. With a variety of styles for tackling each fight, exploration. A lot of people say there's adventure exploration, which I think is one of the most important things in these type of games. And situation resolution make it one of the best experiences of the year so far. Okay. Avowed is a concise and tightly designed RPG that never sacrifices the ambition of its grand adventure. I'm loving seeing adventure. I won't claim Obsidian has reinvented the wheel, for it stuck to what it knows well and does best. Still, it's easy to tell a finely crafted RPG apart from a mediocre one. Avowed solidifies Obsidian's mastery of bringing intoxicating worlds to life and tangibly close. All you need to do is reach out and touch it to be transported to the living lands. So everybody's saying it's lively, it's vibrant, it has adventure, it's fun to explore. You know, it has variety. We're saying all that. So that has me a bit exciting. We're seeing a lot of nines here, right? Let's go to the 85 bracket. Okay. Avowed takes a few hours to find its feet, but once it does, the RPG provides an unforgettable journey that never outstays its welcomes. Avowed features a jaw-dropping world to explore. Nobody's never not said that. Complete with a solid cast of intriguing characters and choices that will remain with you long after the credits roll. Even though it took a while for the story to hook me, he said, just like this guy said that, Avowed managed to bring a truly unique world to life with creative combat and stunning settings. So there we have it. Microsoft drops another good game. Nonstop, man. Guys, if we go all the way back to like even September, like they were dropping games nonstop, man. You had Call of Duty, you had Indiana Jones, you had Stalker, you got Avowed. We just got Sniper Elite recently, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Hellblade Last. I mean, they're being consistent with their game quality. They're not dropping bad games anymore. No games are flopping. All these games are getting good scores. COD had a high score. Indiana Jones had an 88, 88 meta. Microsoft Flight Simulator always does well. Stalker 2 it did very well. People received that very well. Now we got a Valve dropping. So this is where I say that if you want to talk about gaming content, gaming quality, pro consumer day one on Game Pass for PC and Xbox, Microsoft is beating Sony in that department from a gaming perspective. Sony is beating them in a hardware selling department. But I tell people at the end of the day, like when I was playing Dreamcast back in the days, I loved that more than any consoles that were around it, and it wasn't outselling anything else. But my gaming experiences was rich and it was amazing, even though they got screwed over. Microsoft is doing the same thing for me right now. I'm not bringing Nintendo in the best because I love Nintendo the most, obviously, but we're talking about my Xbox and PlayStation here. Because when you talk about the Xbox brand, Xbox is on PC, so I'm talking about the brand. Sony can move more hardware, but that does not make my gaming experience better. I don't get why people don't understand that. So yeah, you can sit there and talk about the hardware all you want, but what is Sony providing you from their in-house that is pro-consumer for the gaming community? Microsoft's benefiting multiple communities, and they have a promising lineup. Oh yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2 on Game Pass. That just dropped, and that did well. We've got 5, 6 games recently that they're dropping, and other games that they're dropping on Game Pass too. I mean, hell, let me pull up some stuff right here on my Xbox, or I can do it on my PC. But right now, I'm going to do a recording on here, and I have my capture card hooked up, so you'll hear Xbox sound effects right here. But I mean, come on, man. We got Atomfall coming around the corner too. They just added Madden, Far Cry New Dawn, Sniper Elite, Ninja Gaiden. I mean, yeah, guys. I just Crash Team Racing last year too, dropping all those Activision games, and we got more coming. And there's news that the Modern Warfare 2 uh, game is going to be dropping on Game Pass soon as well too. I mean, they're having a great year. Like when we talk about benefiting the gamers, because this is what I'm doing. When you're giving me, I'm gonna enjoy it. You can sit there and sell all those consoles, but that's not giving me gaming content. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we got to give credit where it's due. They've made a turnaround, and when I say turnaround, look at where they were last year around this time, and the year before, and the year before that, and look at where they are now. Is there an improvement? If you're only looking at hardware, to me, you're being an intellectual dishonest loser. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like you're just not wanting to be honest about it. Let's be honest here. So that's my thing here. So we've seen it. I mean, look at this. A lot of positive reviews here. There we have it. So Doom Eternal, I guarantee you that's going to be like at least 87, 88 meta. It may even get to the 90 bracket, right? The new COD's still going to score well, also as well. The new Gears is going to score well. I mean, they have a lineup that we know that's going to be quality here, right? It's not flopping. So at the end of the day, I'm saying that Xbox is better than PlayStation in that sense. uh, Outside of hardware. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, at the end of the day, you already have your console. What is that going to do for you? So think about that type of stuff, and let's be honest here. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all that are playing Avowed Early Access, please enjoy the game. Let me know how y'all feel. Let me know if y'all are dealing with any bugs on PC, please, because I'm going to be playing the game when it drops officially day one, Monday at midnight. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Once again, congratulations to Microsoft and Obsidian Entertainment. And for that idiot that acted up, don't do that anymore and ruin people's work that they've done for years because you want to be a clown. I made videos about him last year, but I wasn't going to hold everybody else accountable for that because it's like that wasn't you guys' fault. So it turned out being solid, and let's see how it continues to improve and what type of content they're going to be adding to it over time. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Peace out. Xbox is eating.